Hi, this is Paramita. So, in my last video of TestNg, we have installed TestNg, and then I have shown that the difference between running a test case in Java or in TestNg. And then we created TestNg XML file. Before that, we created some test suits. Yeah. So the TestNg XML file, that's very important. That's the heart of TestNg. So here we can see we have created two test suite. One is loan and one is deposit. Within loan we have home loan and car loan, and within deposit we have fixed deposit and recurring deposit. Okay. So we have three test cases in each class actually. So there will be 12 test cases altogether. Okay, so you can see here I got first home loan, second, third, and then we got car loan, and then fixed deposit, recurring deposit. Now if we go to TestNg documentation, here their official site, you can see uh, there are before suit, after suit, before test, after test, groups, class, all these annotations are there, then data provider, listeners. So we are going to practice, we are going to see all of these annotations one by one, as much as possible. Okay, so I will start with that before now. For that, I will create one method, one special method, which um, maybe see about that open browser. Okay? When actually in reality you are going to do the running the test, so most of the time we have to open the browser first. In fact, all the time, otherwise we cannot do the test. So I'll create a method in this one, fixed deposit.java. Public void open browser. System.out.println. I write here browser is open. Okay, now I'll give here, I already wrote it there, I haven't seen that. Yeah, so now now to run it as a normal test case, what we do, we put @test annotation. Okay, TestNg annotation. Now instead of that, I'll put here before. First I'm going to do method, before method. Yeah, so now we have to import that class here. So when we use the before method tag, so what we can expect, if you go to the documentation, you can see that before method, yeah, the annotated method will be run before each test method. Okay, so this method will be executed before each method of this same class. Okay, not of those other class. Okay, so just see this one. Yeah, see, when we run, see all the other uh, cases like home loan, car loan, they are normal. But when it comes to the fixed deposit, because this method we wrote that open browser is within the fixed deposit class. When it came to the fixed deposit, so before the first method of fixed deposit, browser is opened, okay, it's executed, and then before the second method, again browser is opened. Before the third, again browser is opened. But then again when it went to the recurring deposit, it's not executed. Okay, so before method annotation works like this. Similarly, we can do after method as well. After method, we have to import now after method. Actually, it's not feasible to write browser opened. I'll write here browser is closed. Okay, so run it. See, home loan, nothing happened. Car loan, nothing happened. In fixed deposit, after each method, browser is closed. Okay, so this method is executed. All right, and now what we are going to do? We are going to use this before and after in the test level. So instead of before method, we are going to use before test. Okay, we have to import run it. Yeah, so what happens here when you used before test? Okay, browser is closed, and when it's executed before the all this fixed deposit test execution. Okay, so when instead of before method, when you are doing in before method, what happened? It was executed before each method of this class. But when you are using before test, so it's executed before all these test cases within this class, it's executed. Okay, see, fixed deposit test cases, so before all these fixed deposit test cases is executed. So that's the difference between before method and before test. Okay, now if we use before suit, similarly if we use after test, it's going to be executed after all these test cases within the fixed deposit. Okay, you can try it in your home and you can check it. Now instead of before test, if we use this now at suit, before suit. Okay, we have to import control S. Now one thing I wanted to show you, like now if we right click here and run as, we'll get the TestNg. But the thing is that only this class which is open here, it will be run. Okay, we don't want that. We want to run the whole suite. So we'll run it from here, testng.xml. Yeah, so what we used before suite. So that means, see, browser is closed. So it's executed before the whole suite. Okay, not just the test. So that's the difference between before method, before test, and before suit. So similarly, you can practice after method, after suit, and after test. There is another one, before class and after class. So if we do it before class, what's going to happen? Just check it. Run. When you did before class, see, browser is closed. So it's executed only before that fixed deposit.java class. Okay, not before any other class. Okay, so Yeah, so this is pretty much that before class, after class. You can check the after class also. It will be same. It will be executed after this class. So in this way, you can practice these annotations. And after that, we are going to check some group. Okay. Now, what is group? So we can, like these three cases, what we are going to do now. Like in each class, maybe we'll take one class which we want to use for regression. So for that, you can go to the documentation. You can check here. There is group. Yeah, see this annotation group. So within test annotation, you have to mention group. Okay, Control C. All right. So what I will do, I'll do this one regression. Suppose this test case I want to run especially for regression test, and we have to import that group. Yeah. So this one is here, and similarly where we are now, home loan. So this is the third case. Maybe each third case I will do the same thing. Regression. Then fixed deposit also, third case. Recurring deposit also in third case. It can be any case, not just the third or second. Just to keep an order, I'm just doing like that. So I picked up some cases from each class which I have mentioned within the group regression. Okay. Now the same case can be in more than one group also. Suppose this test case is for regression also and smoke also. Okay. Now my client said that he wants to run only the regression test cases. So how to do this? We'll go to our testng.xml and we'll write some XML tags here. Right here, groups. Within groups, so I'll just see the documentation once again. Sometimes I forget, yeah, see, groups. Yeah, that's correct actually. So within groups, run. Within run, we will include name equals regression. We want to run all the regression testing. Okay, now we'll close it. Yeah, now this is an include tag, so it can be used for groups also, and it can be used for any single methods also. I'll show you later on that. Include, exclude. If you want to exclude something, then just make an exclude tag like this, similar. So now we want to run this regression testing, so we are using include. So if we give the save it and just run from here, see what happens. See, 4 test cases have been executed. Third home loan, third car loan, third fixed deposit, third recurring deposit. All of those are within regression group. Okay, we have declared regression group. Now we have declared one case for smoke also. Now we will go to a TestNg. Suppose we will just run the smoke. So instead of writing regression, just say smoke. Right click. See, one test case has been executed. This third recurring deposit. Go to recurring deposit and see the third case. Yeah, the third case, it was in smoke and regression, both the group. Now, suppose we want to run all the regression, but we want to exclude smoke tests. We'll check what happens. Or we want to exclude just the smoke case. Okay. So if we want to do, instead of using the include tag, I will use exclude. Okay. Let's run it. So we have total 12 test cases, but 10 have been executed. 2 have not been executed. Which 2? Home loan, that third loan. That third home loan. So we'll check the third home loan. That was within regression group. But we didn't exclude the regression group. We just excluded the smoke group. So why it has not been executed? Car loan, all have been executed. And fixed deposit, all executed. And recurring deposit, 2 executed. That's fine, because this one is the smoke, so it shouldn't be executed. So then why the home loan was not executed? Check it. So this is first home loan. Home loan second one is not executed. See, I know that. First home loan executed, third home loan executed, but the second one is not executed. Why? So that means this home loan, which was in regression group, that is executed, because we excluded only the smoke test, not the regression one. So the third one is executed. So why the second one is not executed? See, I didn't put the @test annotation here. So if I don't put the annotation, TestNg will not execute it. Okay. So TestNg will not recognize it as a test case. Hence it will not execute. So somehow it was deleted. That's why it was not executed. Okay. So now if we run, so now all 11 cases are executed. We excluded only the smoke test. In our TestNg file, we excluded only the smoke test. So yeah, so there was only one test case in the recurring deposit where we have included that in smoke group. So that's why only this case has not been executed. So the remaining 11 cases have been executed. Alright. So in this way we can use include and exclude tag as well. It's not only in the group. This exclude and include tag, they can be used to include or exclude any class, or within the class to include or exclude any method also. We can use this include exclude tag. Alright. To use within method label, within the class, we will use the method tag and we can use that. You can play around with that. I'm not showing that anymore. Now here we have created this group tag. This one also. Now we have created within the suit, so that means it's applicable as overall. But if we want, we can create it, instead of creating within the suit, we can create it within the test suit, test level also. If we do it within test level, then it will be applied only within that test suit. Like this is a loan one. Within loan we have this class and this class. So if I apply the group here within test tag, instead of doing in the suit tag, what will happen? It will be applicable within these two classes only. It will not be applicable for them. Okay, you can try this in your home and you can practice it and you can see the result, how it goes. So in this way we can use all these tags, and in my next video I'm going to show you how to use data provider tag and how to derive the data dynamically. Okay, so that's very important. Actually it will take some time also, so I'll make another video for that. Thank you very much.